Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Time to take that walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. I do appreciate it. Guys, today this is Carton Brewing's Digger. And what I'm reading on Beer Advocate, they say it's retired, no longer brewed, but evidently they've revived this one because this is a brand new edition. Their beers are not available here in this part of Virginia. Rico, my beer brother Rico, sent this to me. And he writes on this Digger, it is a 3.8%. I mean, that ain't even up to the lawnmower beer. That's just a little stronger than Kool-Aid. Salted pale ale brewed with cherry stone clams and a touch of green bullet hops tied together with lemongrass. 20 IBUs. Said he bought it at a New Jersey bottle shop. It was around $10 for a 4-pack, and it was canned on 7/11 of 2019. So Beer Advocate, you need to update your site. They revived this. They're brewing it again. Anything I like about what Carton does, and I've had some of those sent to me, and they're usually fairly tasty. But this is a 3.8er, like I said, salted pale ale brewed with clamshells and lemongrass. IBUs are 20, so they're giving you the ABV and the IBUs, and the canned on date is right here. And so it's giving you all three bits of information, and that's how they do it there, and they do usually do the beers pretty well. Guys, y'all know me, I don't buy 3.8% beers. There's just not enough alcohol in it. If I can only have 2 or 3, well, maybe, depending on calorie wise, maybe I gotta have 6 or 7 of a 3.8 instead of 2 or 3 of the bigger beers. But I don't session beers anymore. I don't want to drink that many beers. 2 or 3 is fine for me, and if I'm drinking a 7% or above, that works out just fine. But glad Rico, and he sent me 3 or 4 different under 5% beers this time. So not something that I would ever buy, guys, especially once it gets down into the 3 range. But anyway, glad he sent them to me, and I get to review them for you guys. But I would definitely not. I don't buy session beers, period. If it ain't at least 7%, I don't even look at them. So we're going to review. We're going to start off with this one, which is the Digger, and I've already read everything we need to read, and it's got a great big long description here that basically talks about oyster stouts and clam beers and stuff. I'm not an oyster fan. I don't eat oysters. I do like some seafood, shrimp, lobster, and some of the other stuff, but no oysters. Not a lot of clams, but we'll find out. So, with that being said, let's find out. It is a 16-ounce can. So into the glass you go. A very light color coming out. Seems to have decent carbonation. And that's about all we're going to get in there right now. About 1.5 fingers of head on that pour. It is fairly cloudy in the big bowl part up here. I can see a little bit of light through the thin part, but it is fairly cloudy up here on the upper part. So let's get it to the nose and see what we got. It smells a little like a lager, but I'm not getting a huge grassy graininess. It smells very clean and crisp. A little bit of lemongrass, I am getting that. Should be fairly easy drinking with the alcohol content that low and the IBUs that low. So it shouldn't be very bitter at all. maybe a slight hint of some sea salt. A little bit, slight hint of some citrusy notes also. Well, let's stop in and see what we got. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Rico. A little bit of tartness there. A little salty. And lemongrass. Now, I don't know how much clam / oyster taste I should be getting. Maybe some of that will come out as it warms up. The lemoniness is standing out more than anything else right now. Slightly citrusy, very lemony. I'm not getting and salty. I'm not getting any hint of alcohol whatsoever, and didn't really expect to being 3.8%. So this is sold in, like he said, in 4-packs. So you could drink all 4 of them and probably not catch a buzz. So just a step below the lawnmower beer, if you will. Like I said, if you're out cutting the grass, you can come in and drink 4 of these and go right back out and do what you're doing, because you're probably not going to have a buzz. That's 3.8. That's less than 4. 4, 8, and that's 16. So that's like drinking 3 Budweisers. So I don't know. But anyway, we're going to sip on it and see what we end up with. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on it a while now. It's definitely up to room temperature. Decent beer, guys. I mean, like I said earlier, would never be something that I would purchase for myself. I don't session beers. I don't look for these 3.8%ers. I don't buy them. Even if it would be a 10 beer in a 3.8%, which I find very doubtful. Those beers don't have enough body to them. They're very thin and watery. But if you want a session, a 4-pack of this, you could do it probably fairly easy and still not be inebriated where you couldn't go function. So glad I got to try it. And like I said, he sent me like 4 different low ABV beers to review for you guys. But some of the young bucks like Rico might like to session this by the pool or the beach or whatever, and be able to drink these and not get drunk. Basically is what it is. So it does have a nice lemongrass saltiness to it. There may be some hints of some clams or oysters. I don't eat them, so I really can't tell you that. I'm not a fan of oysters, period. And I I have had some fried versions of that seafood and oysters and clams, but I don't eat fried food anymore, so I don't get those anymore. So don't get any fried food. Hadn't had a French fry since December. So I just don't get anything fried or deep fried anymore. I have to eat a little healthier than that now, especially with medical issues going on in my life and trying to lose weight. So a lot of calories when you start eating fried food and deep fried food. So to me, guys, it's a decent beer. Doesn't blow my hair back or my socks off at all. But with them putting the ABV, the IBUs, and the canned on date, that gives them one up on a lot of breweries, and it goes a long way in my book. Final chug. Lemongrass, hint of some saltiness in there, guys. Very, very easy to drink. Definitely would be in the lawnmower category to me. To me, it's a B- beer, but since they've given us the information, I'm going to put it just barely into the B category. 85 is where I'm going to put this, guys. Over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate says 79. Okay beer. So, and people that post reviews and comments on these beer sites like Beer Advocate and Untapped, these beers do not impress them. And it doesn't impress me either. If you're used to drinking 7, 8, 9, 10%ers, this is not going to be an impressive beer to you. If you're looking something that you can session, this would be a good choice. You could drink quite a few of these, and it has a lot more taste than you're going to get from a typical macro lager. So, and made with quality ingredients on top of that. So It's what it is. Like I said, Untapped has it at 3.49. That's one notch away from their B plus category to me. So I'm giving it the B plus, one notch away from the B category. 3.49. I consider that at the very last number in their B minus scale. And I gave it one notch. If it didn't have all the information that it does on the can, it would probably be a B minus beer to me. But since they're doing that, and I've had excellent beers from these guys before, they're probably just trying to cater to that crowd that won't say very sessionable, low ABV beer. And for that, it is a good beer. So, with that being said, if you've had this one, like I said, Beer Advocate says it's retired, but this is a brand new edition. They brought it out of retirement and they're producing it again. So if you've had the Digger from Carton Brewing Company, let me know what you think. And until we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.